Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 3 of the Denver System Open. My co-host today is
Asa Graf of the Back to Dials podcast. I'm so excited to be here. We've had a great first 2 rounds, and I'm really happy to be getting into the second half of today. On your left side, we have Richard Herman with a first-order list consisting of Quick Draw, Recoil, who I haven't seen on the table before, and a first-order test pilot. There's the handshake as they get started. Ken Johnson on the right from Cheyenne, Wyoming. You know about Rebel Beef? How about Scum Beef?
There it is on the right side there. Ken Johnson bringing triple lock revenants with dorsal turret, veteran turret gunner, and Drea. Just lots of, basically just efficiency, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to get a bunch of shots and try to mow down your squad. Now, one thing you do see that we're starting to do is you see some color-coded dots out there on the similar ships. You get the little dots on top of the lock ships. Their bases are really wide, so I figure it's better on the ship. And on the left side, you see Richard has 2 little green dots on recoil, so we can tell which one is which as we're going through it. So should be super easy to keep track of, or easier. We'll put it that way.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, no plan survives contact with the enemy, and there's so many. I mean, I've gotten confused by less before, so no promises right there. So let's look at this first order list right here. Quick Draw, we know he's got a fairly standard build right there. That extra shield upgrade, allowing him to keep his ability firing for longer. Pattern Analyzer is excellent. Fire Control is excellent. Swarm Tactics is also excellent, although less relevant in this game because we already have most of Ken's ships at 2. First order test pilot, just that fanatical advanced optics. All pretty fantastic. And then the interesting one right here is Recoil. Now, Dion, it's been so long, I can't even remember what Recoil does. There's something about a bullseye arc there.
I got you, man. I got you. So Recoil says, while you are stressed, you may treat enemy ships in your front arc at range 0 to 1 as being in your bullseye. So basically, it's a small window, but when Recoil is basically at range 1, kind of on the side where he's barely getting shot, he's got that edge of arc on you, he can still do things like Predator. That's what it's for there. Just kind of opening that arc. It is interesting. Like, I've tried Recoil a couple times, but for myself, it doesn't fit my play style. So I want to see how Richard is able to manage it. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to get bullseye abilities on a lower initiative ship. And in this case here, it's, of course, being treated as much more of a higher initiative ship because he is at initiative 4 over the top of those lock revenants at initiative 2. Of course, all 3 of those lock revenants do have their turrets arcs pointed forward. Drea Renthal with hers pointed up to pilot right there, getting the most coverage possible for that ability to start firing. And we do have the pole up on stream.
Now, if you're not familiar with veteran turret gunner, it says after you perform a primary attack, so that's that 3 dice attack those locks have, you may perform a bonus turret attack using a turret that you did not already attack from this turn, and that's the dorsal turret weapon.
Exactly,
so
and it
able
can
to get those
be
extra
pointed
dice
forward. Those double taps also get rerolls from Drea as long as you are in her arc for every single one. A really, really fantastic way to get a lot of passive modifiers on your ships. Ken inching slowly up the top of the board right there, but then we have a 2 straight forward from the center lock revenant. Looks like he's going around the top.
And just to clarify for Drea's ability, I want to make sure that it's clear because some people do get confused. Drea must have the enemy in her attack arcs, in her firing arcs, in order for it to work. So Drea also has a dorsal turret out there. So basically anything right now in front or to the right of her in range 1 to 3 can be used, or excuse me, 0 to 3 really. It works.
Now, we did miss the call for first player. These were both 200 points still. There was a roll-off. Did you catch who was first player there?
Well,
it looks like Ken,
it's going to be Ken.
Drea is moving first there.
There it is.
Excellent. There we are.
So it looks like some people here are familiar with Ken. It says Go 307 Squadron. He is rocking the 307. They actually gave me a shirt, so thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you to the 307.
Yeah, they're a great group of people up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. They just had their hyperspace trial. And it was absolutely fantastic.
I need to add Wyoming to my collection of states.
Yeah?
I got to go up there.
There's nothing else. There's
That's fine.
Yellowstone and there's
Yeah, I'll go see the
Jackson Hole,
the geyser, and then go stream some X-Wing and then go home. It's fine. Like,
that's all you need to do.
That's right.
Get them all to come up to Yellowstone. You might be able to do 2 in 1.
Ooh.
That would be actually really incredible.
And epic, a tournament inside of Yellowstone. Outside, you must do it outside. Finals is on the geyser.
Yeah.
loser steps in. All right.
Which one of those silencers is recoils? That's the green one. Okay, so
Yep.
recoil, they're taking a 5 straight, getting into prime flanking position.
There's a barrel roll, yeah.
There's the barrel roll to come turning in hard next round and catch those lock revenants with their turrets facing the wrong direction as they struggle to come around this gas cloud right there. That's going to be a pretty significant obstacle for Ken, it looks like, trying to turn down towards the center of that board. He's given himself a very small window of engagement. And as we see, there's the auto thrusters to boost in as well. Richard is being very aggressive, sensing an opening, and I think he's doing the right thing.
With these 1 agility ships and so much beef in there, Richard needs to be able to use the repositioning that these silencers have to stay out of the arcs and just start plinking away and focusing down these guys, because there's so much beef. Each of these are 10 hull each. Then you got Dreas in there with 9, 39 hit points worth of points you got to get through.
So much. It is so much. Chad says, Rango Fed 74, timed event over Old Faithful. We'll just use that as the round timer.
There it is.
We do have a point. He can just run over
Yeah,
the gas cloud.
it doesn't mean anything.
I'm not, like, I would love to have rerolls and a focus. It's not the worst thing.
Right.
But he does put himself into a situation then where he's in the center of the board. He's got a couple silencers on either side, where it's still not ideal for him to be that way. Ideally, he'd like to engage along one board edge where the silencers have less freedom to move. But sometimes you don't get what you want, and Richard is forcing the issue, which I think is a very smart maneuver.
And, you know, Richard here bringing really an unknown list, right? And he's 2-0. He's won both of his games. Both these players 2-0 going into this. So I really want to see how is he utilizing the pieces in his list to get to the end game.
Now, as we're waiting for their dials to be set here, Dion, I noticed 2 bars down at the bottom of the screen. Could you tell us a little bit about what those are looking at?
Yeah, so we are tracking our donations and sub. We're setting some goals here. Now we got a bunch of stretch prizes that we have already achieved.
We've blown through a lot.
Yeah, ISOFan. If you're not familiar with ISOFan, he is probably the largest donator that we have here at Gold Squadron, so shout out to him. We actually got something really cool that's dedicated to ISOFan coming here in the future.
Oh, really?
So yeah, a little surprise. He's not in the chat right now, so I'm talking about it. Yeah, he's working, so got to be sneaky about it. But basically, for every $5 donation, we're counting it towards a 1 sub, and I'm going to be setting a new goal here at the end of this round for subs, which includes the donations. For another item, I'm going to add to a stretch goal, but it's going to be a stretch in order to reach it, because I wasn't planning on pulling out this item today.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So,
now, I am looking at you, holding a whole bunch of little packets of cards and stuff like that. How would you be entered into one of those giveaways?
Yeah, we got tons of giveaways here that we're doing, and all you got to do is be watching and be in the chat.
Absolutely.
Just talk. All right, here we go.
Just talk. So let's talk about this. We got 2 turns coming in. Ken is coming in hot. 2 turn over that gas cloud.
Gas cloud, what cloud? Let's go.
Yeah. Are we going to clip it? That's actually very, very close. Let's take a look. It looks like he's clear.
Looks
and
clean,
in fact, there's
baby.
a focus token. Excellent call there, Ken. Better angle than me. And there's the other 2 turn.
All right, so what Richard wants to do here is seeing if he can engage one of these lock revenants only at a time. That red one there in the front, red dot, is probably what he's going to try to go for. Something hard to barrel, maybe gets you just out of range. We'll have to see here.
It's also
people are yelling about
that.
People are in the chat are yelling about table 11. What's happening 11. On is it the Carson Ray Tim Dugan match?
Is that what's happening?
That is happening. That's probably what they're talking about.
That's probably what it is. I don't know. Who cares about TCX?
Wrecked. Alrighty.
We're being very precise in Drea's maneuver here. Going to go ahead and mark that lock Revenant. Drea, of course, just going ahead and following her buddies. She's going to clip that gas cloud. That's also very, very close.
Oh,
Looks
table
like she is. There she is.
Table 11 is Ben Keller versus somebody else, and I'm forgetting their name. Quad Phantom mirror match.
Oh yeah, okay. So I don't want to see that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why would I wouldn't do that to you guys?
No.
Unless I have to in the cut. That's about the only time I'll do that to you guys.
Well, hey, I mean, table 11 might mean that one of them gets knocked out. So
very true.
They're both. I'm gone back and forth between them both doing God's work and them both being.
All right, here we go.
Oh, there's a one turn. I'm wondering if he hoped that they were going to be baited around the top of those rocks there, and he was going to disengage that way. But Ken with an expert call coming right down through those gas clouds.
Got a barrel roll out to Rage 3. So I want to take a look here. That
it's close.
That's close. Whether or not yellow has him in range still, that's what I'm curious about. All right, here comes recoil. There's too hard as well. We're going to go ahead and close down that poll. Looks like Ken is ahead 63% to 36. Let's see how it shakes out.
Absolutely, and there's Ken's Richard's 2 turn in. Perhaps we'll see a barrel roll to the right there just to get out of Drea's arc. Although it looks like he's just going to go ahead and take focus. And actually link that to the barrel roll. There we go.
There's no reason to sit in arcs if you don't have to.
Absolutely
you got the repositioning.
Not.
And that's going to put Predator on as well. He's got all kinds of bullseye going on right there.
Absolutely.
Almost. Let's see. Right. Bullseye.
I think we just got Drea
in the yellow.
Yellow and pink there.
Yep.
Quick draw turning in too hard as well. Might be just out of range this round. But certainly next round poised to come in and do his dastardly quick draw work.
Look at ISOFan. ISOFan just asked, look at this. Look at this love for you. He said, if I send you some more donation, would you share it with Asa? Of course. Sure. If that's what you want to do, why not?
either way, Dion gets more money.
It's your money.
Yeah.
You do whatever. Sure.
There is, so just replacing Drea. Looks like there was a bump there. Okay. Checking range from quick draw for some attacks here. I think he's going to be just out, but let's take a look.
So here we go.
Looks like no shot there. Now measuring for Drea's arc. We've got a range 3 shot on the first order test pilot.
Here we go.
Just going to fire 2.
Nada.
4-0 with none of her own mods.
No, she can't re-roll for herself.
She's not as cool as Howl Runner. All right, then we have the
recoil coming in. Has
really
a
hot.
Focus, spends it.
Is that being fired on Drea? I'd say so. And there it is.
That's going to be 3
hits into Drea. That's a great opening shot.
I mean, taking away those re-rolls is really, really good.
And the other first order test pilot is out of arc, or has no arc, excuse me. And a range 3. You calling that no obstruction? Looks like no obstruction.
Unobstructed, yeah.
Range 3 unobstructed through the gas cloud. Ken's got
the shakes. Here we go.
There's a primary weapon.
Got
Does
the
not
focus.
need the Drea reroll.
Spend that, baby. All right, here comes defense. Oh, ISO fan. Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a minute here. Has a focus available.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, ISO fan.
Boom, takes 1 shield. ISO fan, thank you so much for that donation. And what I'm going to do, Asa, we're going to go ahead and just split that in half. All right?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
My man.
Got you, man.
Dion. And ISO fan, I guess. Both of you guys. Okay, 2 hits and a crit then coming in from that other one. I think that was smart to not spend that focus on just the single hit getting through there, especially because we're about to have something like this. 2 results then canceled by that focus.
Bam.
Good saving of that. Just 1 more crit, 1 more shield off on the first order test pilot. Yeah, that's the first order, not recoil. It's been taking damage. The other one is in range 2. So we've got that that dorsal turret coming in.
Yep.
Hit and crit.
And it's going to be taking a crit there.
Crit.
Let's take a look at what it is.
A wounded pilot on the first order test pilot. Second shot with the dorsal turret coming in. We have a hit focus reroll with Drea.
Not a
hit focus, just one.
Got it.
Got the evade. He is just fine. Although now Fanatical is activated for that first order test pilot. Is it worth going down to 3 hull on the first round?
No.
I don't think so either.
No. Fanatical is a something of opportunity, not of let me try to get this off.
It's like heroic.
Yes.
Right? You've got something when you need it, or when you might need it when you otherwise fail. But it's not something that you should be trying for. Although on quick draw, it's definitely a really good way to get something no matter what shield state that you're in. The other thing actually to keep in mind is that quick draw is not anywhere near those silencers for swarm tactics. So that's an interesting choice on Richard's part. I definitely agree with it if the purpose is to get flanks.
Yep.
But as we see there, that poor first order test pilot standing right in the middle there. So how is he going to disengage?
Well, he's got the hard 2 to the right. What's the fastest move that these locks can go forward? They got 3. I guess they have a 4 forward if they want it.
I don't think they can go that fast, though, because if he then just jets past with a 5 straight, then it's going to be difficult for them to then keep up.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because of the debris cloud right here, you probably just go at recoil this turn.
Yeah.
You let the first order go. Quick draw is also coming in, which you'd love to eat that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I might almost just bank hard into quick draw because you know that he's going to try to be forced to disengage, so you might be safe from shots from him for a round or 2. But the recoil is sort of the wild card here.
Yep, and real quick here, wounded pilot for that first order is after you perform an action on a hit or a crit, take a stress.
That's extremely rough.
So that could be rough, especially if he's trying to plan some type of reposition to try to get out of arcs and things like that. Marcel Manzano, Booyakasha.
Finally subscribing to your Twitch channel.
That's his Twitch Prime. Every 30 days, baby. Every 30 days.
There we go. There's what looks like a 1 straight and bump.
I do like this strategy. You get some out in front. You spread them out a little bit, kind of give you lots of options.
I like that a lot because he is blocking a 5 straight disengage maneuver from that from recoil right there if he tries to go right through.
ISO fan, I am opening the floodgates. All the things.
Yeah. Chat will be swimming in loot.
Yep. We almost did all of the stretch goal stuff.
We got one more left.
We got one more left that we got to do just because we didn't have time. Wanted to go get lunch.
And there's a bank from the first lock revenant over there from the red. Bank and focus. Likely to be followed by his buddy or just a 1 straight, just keeping those arcs wide. One straight indeed. 1 straights to victory. Keeping the arcs wide. I
really like what Ken is doing here.
Right. I like the strong play on the quick draw as well. looking to get all those shields down in one round.
Somebody's asking, how do you sub on mobile? In order to sub on mobile, you actually need, especially if you have an iPhone, you have to actually go through Safari because Apple, if you were to sub through an Apple app, you actually have to give Apple a cut. So in order to go around that, you need to, so they just don't allow it on the Twitch app for Apple.
This is an interesting and I think fantastic maneuver from Ken Johnson right there. He just K-turned with Drea Renthal. That's going to push her side arc back out to the right without having to spend an action on rotating it. Also sets her up to bank softly this way next turn and keep that arc facing out to the side there. Keep quick draw under threat. Recoil, though, coming in aggressively with a 3 bank, is that? 2 bank.
Mm-hmm. So Bullseye is on both yellow and red.
Indeed.
Because of Recoil's ability.
Mm-hmm. That rear lock Revenant is licking his chops.
Nom, 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 nom.
Richard perhaps caught off guard by Drea's maneuver there.
Yeah.
Because that does put that rear of the formation back in Drea's arc, so he gets rerolls no matter where no matter where Richard's going. There's a focus.
Focus.
And we're going to roll. That is an interesting barrel roll.
He's rolling into an additional arc. I think the idea is he's trying to get Drea off the board.
Drea. I respect the aggression.
Yep. And he has all higher initiative ships, right? So, or sorry, higher than with Drea.
If Quick Draw comes in fast enough, then he could get the Swarm Tactics active.
Oh, there it is, Swarm Tactics.
Yep, that's going to be a tight needle to thread, though, because he can't go too fast to bump Drea, or indeed this 5 straight that the silencer has just taken. There's that 5 straight. We're going to clear the stress.
It is blue because silencers are ridiculous.
They're amazing.
I love them.
Now we've got some from the chat. Would it be worth trading the first order test pilot for Drea?
No.
No?
No.
I think I agree with that.
No, there's too much that you in order to stay on the curb to win, you need to try to take out at least one ship without losing any.
Right.
With this
type of beefy list. He did just flip that wounded pilot down and then use auto thrusters to boost. There is a 1 straight from Quick Draw, not quite fast enough to truly engage.
I don't know, that might be range 1.
At higher initiatives, I don't think he's got the Swarm Tactics. I think he's got the range 1 to Drea, but
no
it's
Swarm Tactics
pretty clearly out for Swarm. He's going to put the lockdown. He'll be able to Swarm Tactics the first order test pilot.
Yep.
But
that doesn't matter. Let's see.
Checking for it.
Oh.
Well, that might be closer than we expected.
That's in.
That's in.
There we go. 2 shots at initiative 6 here coming in to Drea. Might get her off the table. We'll see. Might see an initiative kill here.
2 shots at range 1 as well.
I'm sure the people are looking. They're looking forward to this. This is going to be a good turn. All right, here we go. First shot here at range 1. 2 hits. That's average at the moment. And
looks like this is a Quick Draw's shot because we're going to use that fire control. There's 4 paint. I'd just go ahead and spend that focus. There it is.
Oh, this was Recoil.
Oh, because Predator.
Recoil. Yep, Predator.
There it is. 4 hits.
2, 3, 4. He's down to 1.
Down to 2 because he has a hull upgrade.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And there's the range 1 from Quick Draw.
That's not going to
go ahead and spend that target lock.
Spend the target lock, yeah.
2 more hits and it's a guarantee.
Here we go.
There it is.
There it is. Hit crit.
And there's the kill.
Drea's going down.
All right, now that we've got a PS kill.
Now Recoil flinches. He's like, come on, dice.
Now, please.
He's got no modifiers. This is raw dice. Now, mind you, the locks only have their focus tokens. No Drea rerolls, but he does have double taps, which that's going to hurt. The dorsal turret does get a range bonus as well. This is going to be a lot of dice going into Recoil.
It's an aggressive maneuver from Richard, but let's see if it pays off. Let's see how Variance treats him.
Looking to see if that lock has him in arc. This one right here.
It's awful close.
That is close. It is very close. Holding up
the tried and true sticker method.
That's right.
There we go.
That's super close.
That's close. I mean, if I was over there, I would call it, Judge.
Oh, and they did
that.
Oh, I guess they're measuring it themselves.
I mean, mad respect if you can handle it at the table. Yeah, recoil has the potential here to eat 17 dice if that shot is an arc.
It is in and range 2, baby.
Oh, dear.
Recoil. What is your destiny?
Are you destined to roll natty greens?
Here we go. Will this be the recoil that lived? The boy who lived? Here we go.
Here
First
comes
shot.
The primary 2 hits or hitting 2 crits with that focus.
Hit.
A very solid opening shot.
Looking for natties? Oh, hey,
recoil
you know what?
2 evades, 1 shield down.
Shield. This is fine. This is fine.
And then the dorsal turret shot only gets 1 hit in. Recoil could dodge this very effectively. There it is.
He's lived through one. If he does only one.
That's not the one that I'm worried about, to be honest.
I'm trying to give him hope.
Neither is this one. Here comes a nice opening shot, considering it's unmodified hit and a crit. And we see 1 more crit go in.
But that's still a shield. Still a shield. Those crits don't do anything yet.
There's
dorsal.
1 more hit.
He's got it.
And natties.
Natties.
But
that might be the wrong time.
He wasted the natty roll, though, because here comes 4 dice from the primary of red lock.
Ooh,
so go ahead
has a focus.
I would say focus that. Yep, there it is, 3 hits.
No reason not to do that one. Just Richard, just natty again. Just do it.
Just do it again. It's easy. Just believe that you will, and then it will happen. That's actually
almost
not bad.
Not bad.
1 hit.
I'll take 1 all day on that. Veteran
Dorsal
turret gunner. Hit crit.
This crit could do something. Ooh. There's some blanks. We have a hit and a crit coming in. Hit. Crit is a blinded pilot. Crucially, he is still alive. But the recoil and the first order test pilot down to the point where there is no room for error.
Yep. I mean, you got to be perfect now. You got to be perfect now. Keep recoil alive. Be super cagey. With Drea gone, Ken is probably going to be tempted to start breaking up these Skirgs. And honestly, I think Richard wants that.
Right.
You
it's
want
exactly what we were talking about last game. When a formation like this breaks up, it's really easy with highly maneuverable ships to pick off one at a time, to plink some damage through here and there. Ken is ahead right now, but the loss of one of those Skirgs would put it right back into Richard's favor.
Yep. And the Silencer chassis has the ability to do that. It's one of the few ships in the game that has access to both boost and barrel roll at the same time.
And they are all higher initiative now that Drea's gone, all higher initiative than these Skirgs.
Yep.
So they're basically mini Kylos.
Are you a Kylo? Yeah. Are you a Kylo? Yeah, me too.
So this game is not over yet by any means, and it is extremely gratifying for Richard to not actually make a trade right there for Drea, even though he is close on both of those silencers. Crucially, none of them are dead, and as we all know, red dice on the board are still on the board, and they will still do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where, like, if you're still... Losing recoil there would have majorly changed the game.
Absolutely.
But having that 1 hole, man, 1 hole can still do some work.
Exactly. We have a 1 straight and a bump right there. one more, one straight from that other lock revenant, one straight in focus. I still think a 5 straight will get beyond the range of that arc.
Agreed.
Though.
Agreed. Especially because that lock can't barrel roll.
Right.
Because the bacon's in the way.
Because the pickle's in the way.
It's bacon.
It's a pickle.
ISO fan, tell him it's bacon.
There it is.
I don't know if
Is
it's
that
a
a
5.
5?
I think that might be a 2 or a 3.
If that's a 2 or a 3, that's a really interesting place for a 2 or a 3. Oh no.
Probably bumps now.
That was indeed a 5. That is a long
Oh, it was a 5. Okay,
Clears,
it's covered by
handily.
his arm. Okay.
Clears handily, even with that bump.
He's using a little sleight of hand on us. Like, where's the rest of the template? So we got 6 rounds total today, guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. You guys are fantastic.
Now I would there. Yep, there's the boost. He popped a stress out there. Is he barrel rolling as well?
He might be.
Or did he just focus and not put a token down? I am a little bit confused. Or did he put a lockdown, maybe? I can't see.
There's no target locks out there.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek here.
Indeed,
No, there's
no
the focus
target
is
locks.
behind. No,
because that's the
not.
locks
That's
focus.
the locks.
Why is he stressed? Are we missing something?
We might be.
Yep. Well,
He flip blinded. He flip blinded.
Ah, that's what it is. Flip that blinded pilot.
I need my mods, baby.
Yeah.
Need my mods.
Agreed. I mean, that Predator does nothing if it can trigger.
Right.
Another 5 straight as well for the first order test pilot.
I don't think Recoy's going to want to be trying to use Predator anymore. He's just like, I'm going to try to stay at range 3 or be in your face.
So Quick Draw is just going to come right in here and face down those locks. Now, to be honest, if he just goes right up and bumps that lead, I don't hate that.
No.
I don't hate that. Deny 2 shots from those veteran turret gunners and just try to put in as much damage as you possibly can.
Quick
There's
Draw.
a 5 straight from Quick Draw.
This thing can really move.
There it is, Poe. I think he's dodged
all
every
the arcs.
single arc. Beautifully done from Richard Herman right there.
Man.
Ken with his head in his hands just absolutely not getting a single shot. He's going to rotate that arc to the rear, be able to plink off a couple of damage. Well, Ken just has to sit there.
Richard.
Beautiful.
That was a play there.
Absolutely.
Add it to the highlight reel.
Yeah. And it looks like we've got a range 1 rear shot.
Yep, he's got that lock rotate. Here we go. There we go.
Go ahead and just take 1 crit. I think just go ahead and spend that lock. I was going to use fire control system.
Yep, fire control. There it is, hit crit.
Takes hit crit. That is lock number red. Number red, that's not a thing.
Number red. It can be. We can make it a thing,
We can make it a thing. We've got enough clout. We can make it a thing. Number red.
listen, X-Wing community. I don't know if you heard, but number red.
Number red's a thing now.
All right,
and that's it.
We're back to dials now.
We're back to dials.
So, oh man.
Okay,
that was
fantastic round for Richard right there.
Richard calling that, man. That was fantastic. Great move.
So how does Ken then get them back in his trap? Because they're all these first order ships are now facing open board. They've got a lot of options to them, and none of them are an arc. There's not a clear choice.
So this is the turn where I want to see Ken disengage. I think because these silencers can move in such tight turns with boosts and barrel rolls, if he starts doing, if Ken starts like trying to like hard 2 and hope to get a shot, that's not going to happen. You want to get those double taps in, regroup, even if you take a shot, 1 turn of shots while trying to regroup, and then bring them back in, have all those arcs facing forward again, and try to mow something down.
The one option that I could definitely see is a formation K-turn, essentially, we got a K-turn from there and a K-turn from there and like a Talon roll in this direction. So they're still relatively close together, all arcs facing in relatively the same direction, but you're able to turn around.
Well, they don't have K-turns. They have only Talon rolls.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
You could do something very similar.
You could still pull that off. I mean, I think something like that is a very real possibility right here. And Richard could see that and turn in different directions,
and
you know, start to get behind. And Vay,
here we go. This is probably a Talon roll.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
And one thing, if we wait for Ken to move his ships here, I'm looking for feedback on the on using the dots method. Let me know what you guys think about having those on the ships out there. Like, no like.
And this is feedback that can go directly to Dion, not necessarily feedback at backtodials.com. I'll get it to him eventually, but it's just an extra middleman, so no need to do that. Also, a Talon roll from Pink. Ooh, that is awful close, but it is going to clear.
Look at that. Oh, so close.
Nice. Stressed as well, and then we will likely see a Talon roll from the other as well. No, that's just a white maneuver at 2-turn. I don't hate that. I mean, he can 2-turn again. He'll be the chaser, keeping his arc wide behind the 2 leader locks in order to preempt some arc dodging maneuvers. And he's just going to go ahead, and I think that was a target lock that Ken declared right there. Yep, there's a target lock onto quick draw. A hard 2-turn from recoil up towards the top of the board. I might have liked to see him go in the other direction, sort of split his ships up a little bit more and force Ken to choose. But if he's able to, if he's able to get shots out of it, then he's able to get shots out of it, and a boost.
That's what he wants. He wants some shots. That's probably going to have some range 3 to Pink there.
Just wherever Richard can get damage, and again,
plink, plink, plink. You got to plink away.
Exactly. Sweeping 3 hard Talon roll from recoil. He's coming back. Still playing very aggressively, actually.
Oh yeah.
Not really running away with recoil.
Insert General Huck speech here. And quick draw saying, I'm out.
Yep, that is actually an S loop. With Pattern Analyzer, he will be able to rotate that arc back forward.
Get that third attack die out the front.
Exactly. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, chat, that is the test pilot up at the top right corner of the board there. Recoil
has the
green on the left. I think he's going to do the lock rotate, just debating if he wants to leave the A lock on red or move it over to pink where he has multiple shots this round. Absolutely, and there is, it looks like he is just leaving the lock on to, leaving the A lock on red, rotating that arc forward, then we get the stress from Pattern Analyzer. Doing a really good job of keeping his arcs on target. His quick draw is going to go ahead and fire at A. Range 3 obstructed. Obstructed by that debris. We've got focus to blank.
He's probably just going to spend it there? Or
he's got that fire control system, I would say.
At least Rubo 1.
Yeah.
It's worth it with,
that he might have
forgotten
about that fire control. Looks like he did. Unless he was shooting at pink there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably shooting at pink in that case. He's going to be taking a focus crit, spend that focus token from recoil. He's not taking any shots in return. 1 crit will go through onto pink. Pink now down to 3 shields. And then first order test pilot is just out of range up there. Looks
gonna
like
have red, maybe?
Ah, maybe. Looks like he does.
He's got it to red, yeah. And that's 2 hits.
Not bad. And then Fanatical. There it is.
First order.
There it is. 2 more onto red. Red shields are down.
Oh, no.
right, pink will activate. We have no shot up to the first order test pilot, range 3 to quick draw. Do we have red shields down?
Red shields are down, but
we're
the
waiting
connection,
on that,
yeah.
One hit into quick draw. Quick draw will dodge that effectively. We have the range 3 obstructed from primary there from red. And the quick draw hit crit. And quick draw evades that one more time. 2 natural evades, no damage. And we go back to dials.
All right, as we get everything respun up here, thank you to those of you who are watching live. We did lose our connection there, so thank you for your patience.
Gotta love some hotel Wi-Fi.
It happens. It happens.
It's what we deal with.
They
sometimes.
hold it together with duct tape, I'm pretty sure, in the hotel.
But thank you to the Sheraton for hosting this event. There's hundreds upon hundreds of people here for Destiny, for X-Wing, for Keyforge right in front of us. Shout out to all the Keyforge players who have had to listen to X-Wing talk for all day.
And thank you to all the Keyforge players who are walking up with their match slips and going, huh? Like,
no, we're not that important. So going into this next round, it looks like we've got some good positioning up here with this first order test pilot to be able to come down sort of in a 2-bank this way, disengage around that rock, because these two are not really able to chase. This guy could, but then you sacrifice way to fire against somebody like Quick Draw. So I think that is the smarter move for Ken to do. He is starting to dip down into dire straits here. If he can't put the kills into some of those silencers, then he's going to rapidly fall behind on the damage race. There's a 1-bank pilot left from Lock Revenant, number pink.
All right, everything should be back to normal. Hopefully.
Yeah. We go ahead and take the lock on recoil. Then Lock Revenant red. 1 straight to victory. See if that's going to clear.
Did he get it?
It's awful close. It looks like he might be clipping that or that debris cloud. That's a very close maneuver. Chat says number pink should be a shirt. It looks like he is clipping that asteroid or that debris cloud just barely. Or not, actually, not clipping the debris cloud because I don't see any stress, but he did bump. And there is a 2-turn.
The wide wing on the lock is covering that exact spot we want to see.
And there's a 2-turn and a bump from Lock Yellow. Ken and Richard train tracking that in. And we will see now if he's got a strong play on the quick draw, but those silencers are still very likely to evade his fire. Especially we have a great disengage option available to recoil down here towards the bottom of the board. And as we talked about the other maneuvers from the first order test pilot, so let's see if Richard takes those again. He's been very smart in being able to predict Ken's movements. Ooh, this could be bad for recoil. We have a 2-bank.
He needs his actions.
He really does. We're going to go ahead and clip that gas cloud. Recoil there, really tough position for him to be.
This is where you go, oh wait, gas clouds can be bad.
Yeah. And there's the 2-bank from the first order test pilot as well.
Yeah, I don't know if recoil can take another barrage.
I don't think so there. I think this is, by the way, a good position for that test pilot to stay. He's got some obstruction from the rocks, which he will benefit a little bit more from than those Lock Revenants. Just go ahead and focus up, stay there.
Yep, and
He's only taken 1 ship.
Should be firing with pink and red onto recoil first. Assuming you kill recoil, then you go yellow into the test pilot.
I mean, if he can put 2 in the ground this round, then Ken's got a very strong position going into the late game.
Here comes quick draw.
Is he going to bump as well? He will. Is he going to bump yellow? That is that's exactly where Quick Draw wants to be. That is Ken shaking his fist there. That's an exceptional position for Quick Draw. Range 1 with the lock available onto number red.
Onto number
with
red.
3 shots coming into it.
Has a chance.
Only 6 hull left. We might see lock red go down before it fires.
Swarm tactics, they're all firing. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but he can choose the order, which matters.
Exactly. So who we got first here? Looks
Not
like
sure. He didn't.
Looks like Quick Draw is going to be firing first because that's a definite range 1. Fire control system indeed. There we are.
And
hit and a crit on a lock red. 1 evade, 1 crit.
It's going to be a crit onto number red as we
lock number red leader. Weapons failure.
That hurts. That hurts. So that's -1 attack die for Ken there on the red.
Ultimately -2 with that double tap.
Yes.
We've got a range 2 shot there from Recoil. Is that in bullseye? I can't really tell from here. It looks like it might be just out of bullseye. 1 hit focus blank, exactly average.
Double
check that bullseye. That's pretty solidly out from red. Just 1 there.
Got it.
Evaded. Ken's green's hot. Then we're going to fire range 2 obstructed for the first order test pilot.
Here you go, has a focus available to it, and 2 crits. Hey, maybe some beefy here. Something crazy.
And there we go. 2
Cascading
crits go through.
Crits, no, there's no way he can die. Stunned pilot after you execute a maneuver.
And a wounded pilot.
All right.
So that lock number red leader is just burning, but he is still alive.
What was the first one?
There was weapons failure, wounded pilot, and stunned pilot.
Stunned pilot, that's the one I missed. Okay.
All right, now Ken's retaliatory shots. Now we're going to be taking pink, range 1 into Recoil. That is the one that has the target lock on Recoil as well, I believe. A really excellent shot. He's going to go ahead and spend that target lock.
Here he goes. 2.
For only 2 hits. I mean, that's enough if he rolls enough blanks, enough blank greens.
Just needs 1 to get through. Here we go. Oh,
I only
1 fell out of the box.
Evade, 1 fell out of the box.
Got it.
There he is. He's got it.
There you go.
So now red has the option to shoot him as well. There's the dorsal turret. 1 crit.
Just keep rolling evades. That's Ken deciding on his next ship.
I mean, you got to put the kill on Recoil.
Yeah.
Start with red.
He's going yellow next.
Yep.
It's a range 2 shot.
With the primary there, hitting in a crit. Again, all it takes is 1.
Averages say that 1 gets through here, but the dice need to speak, and
there's
there it
the
is.
average. 1 crit goes through onto Recoil, and he goes down.
Ken pulling ahead here, 97-73.
But it is still anybody's game with 26 minutes left in the round. We've got Lock Revenants approaching death.
Yeah.
And with Richard only 20-some points behind, a kill on that red Lock Revenant would put him back in the lead.
Yeah, this is, again, still in the game. 1 agility ships. Still has a chance.
Second shot back into Quick Draw.
1 hit.
Just 1.
Spent the lock
target
there.
lock. Got nothing extra out of that. 1 evade from Quick Draw. Quick Draw's greens is doing really well. Range 1 into Quick Draw from red.
This is red. This is weapons failure. Yeah, there you go. He just caught it right there. There it is. Nothing on the first shot.
All.
And dorsal turret.
Nothing at all.
Quick Draw's loving this. She loves
absolutely.
Like, oh, I'm holding on to these shields and getting shots. Oh, look. Okay.
Look at this. So now I think Positionally as well, I think Richard is moving into a very commanding position here. Ken is certainly ahead on points, but that last round of red dice really did not go in his favor.
No, you really, even though Quick Draw gets a shot back, you wanted to take a couple of those shields if you could. Because, like, I know some people are scared to shoot Quick Draw sometimes. Like, oh, I'm not going to shoot Quick Draw. But here's the thing. If you keep those shields to the end game, that is terrible. One-on-one.
Now you're 1-on-2, and you've only got one ship left on the board.
Yep.
And Quick Draw is able to mod her shots so extremely well round to round. So I definitely agree with you. While you have some way to fire, though, you gotta pour it on a Quick Draw. "24 minutes left in this round. Now here we might be seeing K-turns from these Lock Revenants just to get right back into the fight. Come in behind Quick Draw and force her to move the arc backwards if necessary. Love that. Yeah. We've got a 1 straight and a bump from Lock Yellow. I like that maneuver, just blocking off an escape
arc
from Quick Draw. And another bump from Red.
Pink probably does a Talon roll here.
There it is, a Talon roll behind the First Order formation. I like that positioning a lot. If Quick Draw tries to move anywhere except for hard to pilot right, she will go nowhere. Those arcs stay wide. Ideally, she would bump into Red and deny, and then thus denying a shot onto Red. So that would be a pretty fantastic positioning if Quick Draw does in fact move slowly forward. So you'll see here in just 1 second. There's that ubiquitous 5 straight again. Silencer's extremely. Oh, hey, is that a K-turn? That is actually a K-turn. No, is it?
We know nothing.
We know nothing. Somebody is flipping, so he's going back to the start of the template.
Wrong template.
They used wrong template. There it is. And that is, in fact, just the 5 straight. Everything looks fine.
It is the network.
Yeah.
We're here in the background, guys, just trying to figure out what is going on. It's not on our side, honestly. We're looking at our thermals and everything.
Yeah.
Everything looks good.
Dion's brought up the control panel. Hey, there's a disengage from Quick Draw. I don't think it's going to get far enough out, though. That 3 bank being blocked. That's exactly where Ken wants her to be.
Yep.
In order to start stripping some shields in a meaningful way.
Yep. So you're gonna have 2 shots from Yellow coming in, 2 shots from Pink as well.
We got range 1 from Quick Draw onto Yellow. And there's a hit crit. Ken roll on that green die, nothing. Hit, and crit going to the Lock Revenant Yellow. 1 shield remaining. Range 2 from Lock. Does he have the... no, sorry, this is Lock coming in first. This is Ken rolling the die. Hit,
3 hits.
Beautiful shot. And no green dice mean 3 shields go down on Quick Draw. And Quick Draw's retaliatory shot falls fairly flat. Only one hit going through, which will still go through. All 4 shields stripped off of Lock Yellow. And there's the dorsal turret. 1 crit.
And
Quick Draw, all shields off of Quick Draw as well. I trade
Shields
4
are gone.
shields on a lock for 4 shields on quick draw.
Amen to that.
And dorsal turret coming back in with, this is actually the primary from Youch from Lock Yellow. Now Ken's dice coming right back into his favor. Hit and 2 crits.
The year of the scum.
Indeed.
It is our time.
Only one of it, 2 crits and a quick draw.
This could be bad.
We have a hull breach.
Next one was a crit anyway.
And a structural
that
damage.
hurts.
There's a dorsal turret coming right back in with 3 dice against 1 evade.
1 evade.
Only 1 hull left on quick draw. Is this the end? Ken's open for paint, and we've got 2. So that's it.
That's going to be it.
That is the end of quick draw.
Direct hit.
And it's a direct hit, which will
Insult
also be face
to
up.
injury. Could you jump on Twitch chat?
Yeah, you bet.
And say that we're working on it? Actually, let me give you my phone, and I'm going to try a couple things. There you go.
I was logged into Back to Dial's Twitch on this.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Okay, so this actually could not be completed. Please try again. So, I mean, do you think it's just network?
Maybe something's wrong with Twitch.
If you want to give it a shot, I do have hotspot data. So if you think it's a network problem, we could try that.
Let me try to. I'm going to lower the bit rate here to see if we can get it. Sorry, those of you who are watching in the future, we're having network issues at the moment. So your video, you might be like, "Where's my overlay?" Well, we're having some issues. So thank you.
We would also like to know where the overlay is gone.
Where is my video?
The internet has tossed our overlay.
I mean, it is. My bit rate's super low right now. Anyway, I don't like to go that low. We're gonna do it though. Remind me to restart OBS at the end of this.
You bet.
This turn at the end of this round as well. All right, those of you watching at home, we should be spinning up any moment now. You guys can't hear me saying this. Does not matter. Let me.
Let's see if it will let Back to Dials comment on your stream. Nope.
Because it doesn't exist.
No.
At the moment, that's probably why.
So we're seeing there it's a 2-turn.
I wonder if we're getting throttled by the network, if they have some type of limiter.
We've run into that too. Yeah, after a certain amount of time, we've gotten kicked off.
Yep.
We got something back. Flipping the weapons failure down.
There we go.
On lock number red.
And Wounded Pilot after you do an action, so he's going to get a stress token here from Wounded.
Better internet. Better internet. I'm good.
You know what? I do need something. Could you let Steve know? Steve's Cameron said Dion sent me to ask if you could contact the hotel because they're having network issues. That'd be great. Sure.
Either one.
See if maybe they can get us a wired connection because there is. I thought I saw an Ethernet.
There are
port.
ports. That's just phone.
That's a phone jack. Somewhere there has to be something. Something right there. Yeah, there
we
it is.
are. Please. All right, all those locks just bumping into each other, just staying as a unit.
Looks like our stream may have stabilized.
Yep.
Is it coming through?
Let's double check here.
As it drops on my screen.
Yep. You spoke too soon. Oh, no. Yeah, it's coming through right now, but let's see how long that lasts. 1 turn and a boost for the first order test pilot.
There's going to be the auto thruster stress. Yep.
He might be taking a range 3 downfield shot from this, but I think that's something that he can get
you got the
out
focus.
of.
It should be fine.
Yep. Yeah, it just dropped out for me again.
Can't read that.
No.
Alrighty. So first order test pilot and a dream. With 14 minutes left, he doesn't have enough firepower to be able to take all 3 out.
No.
But then again, the first order test pilot is worth more than one of the locks. So maybe if you could take down 2 of them and just arc dodge.
Yeah, arc dodge like crazy. I mean, that's the thing. Like Ken is positioning himself to all come in at once against this first order test pilot next round. We'll probably be seeing Talon rolls this way, Talon roll this way, or I mean even back up towards this, back up towards the top of the board. You see Talon rolls all over the place, and then that top one turning into to block, and there's not a whole lot of space that the first order test pilot has to go.
A wounded pilot gets flipped there for the action. We'll go ahead and get rid of that.
Locked number red just slowly repairing himself. He's got time.
Yeah, he's definitely got time. Again, those of you who are watching the future, a lot of our systems here are internet-based. That's why some of the things on the screen aren't changing. There is some code built in so that the timer keeps going, which is amazing.
Yep.
Thank you to
tabletop.to.
Tabletop.to for making that possible.
I do really want to shout out to them because I've had a couple bugs crop up with Tabletop during test streams like night before. I email them. They're fixed.
Yeah.
They're fixed on such short notice. They do really, really good work.
And that is that he's in Australia.
Absolutely.
He's in Australia, so.
Where you're going to be going soon, right?
Yeah. I need to give him, Dennis is his name. Give him a big hug.
Yeah. Give him a big hug from me, too, and the rest of the streaming community, because I don't know what I would do without him.
Yeah. I mean, we'd still be typing.
Yeah.
Type in.
We'd be using our old PowerPoint green screen interface.
Yes.
It's just so bad. There's the 2-turn from the lock, keeping that arc facing forward and coming right in to entrap the first order test pilot.
We're going to avoid that debris there.
And there's just a 2-turn. Actually, this is not a bad maneuver.
Barrel roll gets him out of arc. And you got the range 1.
Barrel roll. He's still got the shot to red out there behind the asteroid. There's the focus barrel roll.
If he goes all the way back, does he have enough room for a boost to avoid?
I think so, but then he loses the shot if he boosts to the right. But he's going to try the straight boost.
Yeah, to try to get red. Get red at the top there.
Yeah, beautiful arc dodge. Richard has proven himself a very, very adept arc dodger this round. So are we just doing for the recording?
Yeah. Range 2.
Range 2 obstructed onto red. He's only got 2 hull left. Or he should only have 2 hull left.
Yep. And those of you the recording at home, we're going to go ahead and actually get rid of the overlay because we can't actually update it right now. So we got the cards and stuff in front of us. We can see everything. So 2 hits. And that's 3.
Reroll from that. And there's 2.
Takes 2.
Lock red goes down, I believe.
I think he has 3 hole left.
You're right. My apologies. I
6.
missed that. I did miss that. I thought he had 2 left. Red with 1 hull left. I would almost like to see an attempted block from him.
Yeah.
Coming. That's a terrible 1 bank, but you get what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. An attempted 1 bank, perhaps a roll down this way to block any quicker straight maneuvers.
Give him some time for the other 2 to re-engage.
Exactly. Because right now Richard is with how much time left? We do need to know that. At least you and I do.
Yeah. So there is 9 minutes left in the round.
9 minutes left in the round. Richard is doing exactly what we said that he would have to. Is just plink away, really try to arc dodge as best he possibly can. Fantastic. And say it again.
You're on the way. Okay.
Okay.
So we got somebody on the way. Hopefully.
There's a Talon roll, though. Just coming right back in. Don't hate that either. That is awfully close to the edge of the board, but I think with that medium base, he'll be fine. That is extraordinarily close. Well seen from Ken right there.
And Talon.
Yep. Pincering that first order test pilot. Yeah. I love how sometimes when you're streaming, people just walk by and hand you
just
stuff.
Hand you stuff. Like, here you go.
I'm good with that. I'm not complaining.
I made him last night with John.
Yeah.
I've played so many people from here. I already beat them.
All right, so we got 7 minutes and change left. Let's update the overlay while it's allowing us to. So first order test pilot still has 3 hole, right?
Yes.
3
yes,
hole.
he does.
We got 1 hole on red.
Nobody else has been touched since we looked at him last.
All right. Yep. Okay. That looks to be up to date.
Yes, indeed. There's a 2 bank from the first order test pilot. He has got to try.
It's my phone letting me know, hey, you reconnected.
Yeah.
No.
As I just got a network error, so. Hey, we're back up a little bit.
A little bit. So, guys,
it's really in and out.
Thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry. See, I hate when this happens and it's completely out of my power because so many people are like, well, I'm just going to walk away now.
Yep.
I'm just gonna stop watching. It's like, I'm
That's
upset. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm kind of peeved.
It's all right. At least we have a fantastic game.
You're right. You're right.
To keep us going right here. We have a focus boost, just getting right up in his face to try to guarantee that kill. And
yep, that's going to be range 1 too. If we take a look,
absolutely,
there, it looks like the lock does have a shot. He's got to try to PS kill him here.
And that's exactly what he needs. Hitting a crit. Doesn't even need to spend that focus. Hit and a crit.
Gone.
Goes through. 1 crit will take him down. I didn't see what that was, but it's not important.
Yeah, so Richard, 98, his points scored to 168. He's climbing.
I don't think he's got time in 5 minutes
5
and 50
minutes.
seconds, though.
Just do it. Richard, just be a god. Just do it. I like Ken.
You need natty 4 to clear that shield and just bang, bang. Just get some cascading crits there. I like Ken, but man, his Richard's flying has been very, very excellent this game. Hitting 2 crits. But with dice like that from Ken.
Natties?
It is obstructed range 3. We've got 2 crits.
He's got to focus, though. He's got to focus.
There we go. No damage. Then we have another range 3 shot.
Let's try this again. There it is.
Wow, is he going to be able to pull it off a second time in a row?
Pink says, no, I'm the captain
no,
now.
There it is.
Oh, that's
2
it.
hits and a crit into the first order test pilot.
There is the game.
And we go. We're done. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the round. This has been round 3. Congratulations to Ken Johnson for pulling that out in spectacular fashion.
Absolutely. Congratulations. And normally we do our giveaways, but because of the network issues, I think we should probably hold off.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to miss it. Which stinks because we were going to give away that Coruscant.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all can hear us, we will be back. We'll do that next round.
Yeah, I'm gonna
stick around. Please stick around.
Try to post here, see if this will get through.